Guest is Mr. Kehinde. Actually, I should be saying Honorable Kehinde Bamigbetan, a former commissioner for information and strategy in Lagos State. A fine morning to you, Mr. Bamigbetan. Okay, maybe they're sorting it out. We couldn't hear him. He said something, but we couldn't hear.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Falari.
Okay, good morning to you, sir. Thank you very much for coming on. Just talking about, the new appointee of the president for the role of governor of Central Bank. We also recall that he was in Lagos State, in the Lagos State team when Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was governor there. So he's a known quantity. Tell us what, and the business community has been lavish with its praise of President Tinubu's policies so far. So this sort of follows in that, do you think? Do you think this is another case of a round peg in a round hole, so to speak?
Definitely so, because what we know is that as the Commissioner for Budget in Lagos State, Mr. Cardoso demonstrated a high level of stringent execution of the budget. It was known to be called headmaster on account of the fact that if you had any proposal or any demand for funds, as far as he looked at it and he wouldn't see that you had already provided for it under a particular head in your budget proposal, he would not honor it. He would say that there is no head for it. So that's basically how it came to be known as the headmaster.
Yeah.
So,
and at that point,
he built a reputation, therefore, that everybody respected, and his decisions were considered very, very objective, rational, and in the interest of the system.
Okay. I've also heard it said that, I don't know if it was, I don't think it was meant in a confrontational sort of a way, but maybe talking about Cardoso's independent mind based on his knowledge, it's also been said that this is a man who stood up to the governor, Tinubu, at the time, in the pursuit of his work. He had been appointed by Tinubu, and where he felt that his work did require for him to indeed do what was said, stand up to the president, I beg your pardon, at the time, the governor, it was done. So that points to a certain sort of independence of mind based on his knowledge, quite apart from his attention to detail.
Well, I think the point basically is that the fact I just mentioned just now also demonstrates his independence of mind. The fact that he applied the rules stringently, he was not somebody you could cow, and so everybody respected him and respected his opinion and his decisions because they knew that there was no bias about it. It was not about whether he liked your place or not. It was just about doing the work the way it ought to be done. And from that perspective, he came to be respected, and his views and opinions and decisions were given a lot of weight in taking the decision. So I would say that it's not a pejorative thing. The fact that having been given that kind of job, he approached it with the seriousness and the belief that whoever was involved must have agreed ab initio to follow the rules. So it was not about whether you were governor or you were commissioner. The most important thing for him was that did you follow the procedures set and agreed by all? Was did your proposal, did you put it in the budget proposal? Was it part of what was approved by the House of Assembly? If it fell out of it, then so sorry, it will not be able to honor it. And that helped to give the government focus. It helped to give the government direction. It helped to give the government accountability, a sense of auditing itself, and ensuring that there was no way for leakages and to perpetrate unnecessary distraction. So that, I think, still stands for it. Even till today. Everybody who had cause to deal with him knew that his reputation was above bar, and we believe that he will be bringing this to the Central Bank of Nigeria with this new appointment that he has just been given.
Okay, then.